Hey guys, it's Jedi Lex, and come with me on my road to Star Wars Celebration Japan. Monday, April 14th was my day tour around Mount Fuji, so I started the morning with breakfast that was provided by the hotel, and then waited outside the hotel so I could be picked up. I had a few minutes to kill before the driver got to my hotel, so I walked around a little bit to see what I could find. The driver picked me up, and shortly after grabbing some others, we were on our way to our first location. The first stop on the tour was Oshino Hakkai, which in Japanese means 8 seas, and this is derived from its set of 8 ponds. A fun fact that I thought was really interesting is that most of the ponds are filled by melted snow that has run down from Mount Fuji. The 8 ponds are very sacred and hold significant importance to Mount Fuji worship. The few ponds that I saw had beautiful blue transparent water with the bottom visible and had several koi inside. The village features traditional Japanese-styled old houses with straw-thatched roofs and water wheels. These houses now serve as souvenir shops or accommodation facilities. I stumbled across this beautiful cherry blossom-lined river and was pleasantly surprised by what I found. There were several bridges along the river that allowed you to cross from side to side and even get some great pictures of Mount Fuji. Getting to see cherry blossoms in person is something that I have always wanted to do, and getting to see so many delicate cherry blossoms with a beautiful and insanely visible view of Mount Fuji in the background was just absolutely stunning. At the beginning of each stop along the tour, a specific location and time were set as a meeting point. While I was walking towards our meeting point, I noticed I had a few extra minutes to kill, and across the street I saw this shrine, which I later found out was the Sengen Shrine. I decided to check it out before heading back to our meeting point and was surprised by how quiet it was with not many people around it, considering how busy Oshino Hakkai was, which was just across the street. We then got back in the van and went to our next location, which was Arakurayama Sengen Park. This place was absolutely beautiful and known for having breathtaking views of Mount Fuji in the distance. However, the stairs to get all the way up to the top of the hill where the pagoda was were also breathtaking, but it was well worth it for the views of Mount Fuji. They did have an observation deck that allowed you to fit all 3 of the Japanese icons into one shot, including the cherry blossoms, the pagoda, and Mount Fuji, but unfortunately the line was over 2 hours long, so I wasn't able to get up there. Afterward, we stopped at Oishi Park for a little bit before heading to our final stop of the day. We finished out the tour by heading to our last location, which was the Lawson Kawaguchiko Town Hall, and of course, I had to go in and grab a few things to try as lunch was not included on this tour. I ended up grabbing the egg sandwich, which was okay compared to the one from 7-Eleven, which I thought was better, a salmon and mayo onigiri, which was my favorite type of onigiri that I tried, with the tuna mayo coming in at second. This milk and cream cake roll was absolutely amazing and probably my favorite thing that I tried from Lawson's. A melon pan, which was always good, but the one from 7-Eleven just hit better. And lastly, the strawberry milk was absolutely delicious and super refreshing. Once the tour finished, I grabbed my stuff from the hotel and walked about less than 10 minutes over to Tokyo Station so that way I could take the bullet train to Kyoto Station. I ended up grabbing dinner at Menbaka Fire Ramen in Kyoto, which quite literally was ramen on fire in more ways than one. The chef gave clear instructions on what to do before the ramen was served and had phone holders so they could film the whole experience for you, which is exactly what they did. It was an amazing experience, and I had some delicious ramen and fried rice. This was a great way to end the night, and I'm so glad that I was able to visit this restaurant. I then checked into my hotel for the night, and this is what the hotel room looked like. I was able to get some great rest after a super long day touring places around Mount Fuji, and I was super grateful that I was able to go on a day with such great weather and visibility of Mount Fuji during my tour. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to drop a like, as well as subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, or even click to watch one of my other videos, and may the force be with you.